We are back, and I brought him in. It's great to talk to Ryan Hasenauer again, of course. Busy man over there at Batavia Downs Gaming and Western OTB VP for Business Development, BataviaDownsGaming.com. You can stay, play, dine, and win all summer long. And my goodness, Ryan, welcome back. And Lou Graham rocked it. The Commodores rocked it. You guys got shows galore, and the packages are awesome. You have been running all over the place. Welcome back, and it's been a heck of a time out at the Downs, man.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me back. It has been a great summer here. As you mentioned, Lou Graham, of Foreigner, he just absolutely rocked this place, like you said. It was a really fun time hearing him sing all his hits. And, I got to look at that playlist ahead of time. And, the last 5 songs were just hit after hit after hit.
It was great.
So that was fun. We had the Commodores out here last Friday night, and they were singing some of their great songs. Their big song, of course, is Brick House. They've closed with that. Place was going absolutely nuts. But, yeah, it's been a very busy summer, both professionally and personally. But a lot of fun out here at the Downs. A lot of great hotel packages we have available. We just released all of our upcoming fall and late summer shows that we're going to be doing. A lot of indoor events, some outdoor stuff for the kids. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, I've gotten quite a few of those out already on social, and I'll keep linking and crossing all that stuff. But it's awesome to be out there. And, of course, football's around the corner, so you can hit Thurman's Restaurant and do it all at BataviaDownsGaming.com for those hotel packages and more. And you can check out all the socials. You guys keep growing every single week on the socials, Facebook, X, everywhere you go. Go follow Batavia Downs Gaming and get to your Western OTB and local OTBs as well. Great for you to be out at Saratoga, of course. You had a nice little trip out there. The racing's been insane. Pratt on the saddle's been awesome. Just recently got another huge stakes win. Obviously, he and Chad Brown lock it in. And why don't you kind of recap the Saratoga trip and any racing highlights you want to hit me with as well? I mean, the Dandy was great. The Whitney was amazing, as it always is. And we know, Ryan, I'm a little biased to it, but Saratoga, to me, has their best racing in the country.
It is so much fun to have it be even near to us. I know it's 4 hours away for me, 2 hours for you. Yeah. But being able to go out there, as I do each and every 4th of July weekend, to see my dad, we have like a standing tradition where we kind of go do that together. But this is the first time that it's worked out where we can go to the track, because usually they don't start until like later on. Sure. So it just worked out. It was opening weekend. It happened to be my birthday. So I said to him, I was like, hey, look, we're going to be doing some, history stuff, checking out the Saratoga battlefield, which everybody should do, by the way. It's a very entertaining thing to kind of check out all the battle sites. But the turning of the tide, they say, for the Revolutionary War, possibly. So we did all that and then hit up the track, got there for races, I think 4, 5, and 6. And it was so much fun because it was just my dad and myself and my son. And my 10-year-old's there with me, and we go inside, and he's been around horse racing a little bit here and there when he would come for the Wiener Dog races when we used to do them alongside of actual races. But, he's been with me as I've, talked about horse racing at the house or whatever else. But this is the first time he actually had like an honest to goodness program that wasn't the Derby program in front of him. And so he and I are kind of going over with my dad. We're looking at the names of the horses. I'm telling about the various jocks and this trainer, that trainer, whatever else. But, gotta give a hand to Saratoga, Mike. The way that they have you step back in time to a time when horse racing was really it, and was really like a major focal point of entertainment and in America. They just do such a good job. Like I said, we rolled up, after the race meet had already begun because we had the thing going on in the morning. But as soon as we walked up there, you could just hear the buzz of the people at the picnic tables watching the races, all the different people taking bets. You get everything that's going on in terms of, the folks that are out walking around, putting their bets in. You walk kind of like through the actual building and then onto the track apron, and then you actually see the beautiful green grass and it's the brown dirt and that blue sky. And it looks so picturesque. And it was just so much fun to be there with my dad and my son. And so we took a look, and, Theo said, oh, I like this horse. I like that horse. And so we ended up picking the 5 horse and another horse. And it was just so funny because the 5 ended up winning, and he wasn't like an overwhelming favorite. He was probably 6 or 8 to 1 or something like that. So our $5 win bet, didn't pay like a ton of money or anything like that, but we were going crazy on the rail for him, and we were right next to the winner's circle. And so a lot of people were like looking at us because we were like, come on, 5, come on, 5. And he won. No one else was cheering on the 5. So got a high five from a stranger afterwards. Theo, was high fiving some people. They're like, hey, good pick, man, good pick. It was just really exciting to kind of be a part of that. So we went inside, made our bets, came back out again. And the winner circle attendant does this sometimes. He'll bring people in to watch the next race. And of course,
Right.
once the race ends, you have to vacate the area, but you get to be right there, kind of like without the fence in front of you. It's just like the rail that you kind of put your hands on. So to be that close to them is very cool. One thing though is that there was a little bit of a spotted shower that had come through beforehand. So when the truck came by at the end with the ambulance, we all got dirt all over ourselves and sprayed out mud into it. So it's like, oh, that's right. You don't want to get too close to the rail sometimes. It's not because of the horses, it's because of the vehicles that are there. So that was kind of a funny thing that happened to us. We didn't get that, we didn't get that covered in mud. It was a couple specks, but it still made for a funny story. So we got done with that. And then before the next race, I took him out to where you get to see the horses get paraded by before they go out there. So he got to be right there next to it, which is such a unique and fun and cool thing that you've never seen. If you've been to some other treks, they don't parade them through like they do. And then something else that's really unique for Saratoga is they have that red line on the ground. A lot of people don't know what that red line is. That's where the jockeys come from the winner's circle when they're done, where they walk back to the jockey clubhouse. And they always have, cops with them to make sure everybody's, being polite and everything's on the up and up. But those guys are signing autographs, shaking kids' hands. People are coming up to say hello, and be positive and excited for them. And so my son got a high five. I don't know the jockey that he ended up seeing. I'd have to go back and figure out who won that race to figure out who it was. But I don't know the guys' faces because they're always so covered. You know what I mean? And
yes.
But boy, was that a fun little thing to have him have an interaction with one of the jockeys. So we were literally only there for about 2 hours because that's all that we could kind of muster for the day. And it was just so entertaining and so fun. And just hats off to Saratoga for making a core memory for my son. He had a great time.
Yeah, I think two really underrated, perhaps the most underrated things about horse racing is when you go to a venue like Toga and you pay just a GA admission.
Right.
You see 10, 11 races that day, and that's literally 10 or 11 separate sporting events. Each race is its own sporting event. And then for you to be able to walk over to the dual line and all the jockeys walk past you, think about that for a second. That would be like paying for 10 NFL games in a row. And then every time Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, Micah Parsons, TJ Watt. I mean, think of 10, 12 NFL guys you can think of on either side of the ball walking past you, Jalen Hurts, whomever, the 10, 12 biggest stars. I always think about that, how that's like another unique thing about horse racing is you're getting 10, 12, sometimes on a stakes race, 13 or 14 races for the price of admission. And every time you're going over there and the superstars of the sport, which by the way, now that you got mud kicked in your face, now we can call you Jockey Ryan Hasenauer.
Sure.
But that is another unbelievable thing as well, that you can be that close right after someone wins the Travers or or the Jim Dandy or whatever. And even when it's not as packed, you can go down there after regular races and they just walk right past you. They'll sign autographs, say hello. Joel Rosario, the Ortiz brothers. Pratt is having a great year, as I mentioned, but those are two great things about horse racing. We'll see what happens in that Whitney coming up with, who will be in that field completely, obviously, Ryan, but it has been a heck of a year across the board with the stakes races, huh, man?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to see, and everybody's kind of like, positioning themselves for later races for the Breeders' Cup and what have you. We're going to be doing in 2 weeks for the Alabama Stakes. We're going to be doing, for the Travers. We're going to be doing our handicapping contest here at Batavia Downs. So those of you that are in the Western New York area, if you want to stop by, I think we're going to be doing check-in between 2 and 4 o'clock. You can come in for $20. You get $10 back in free play, and you'll get an entry into our handicapping contest. You can have up to 2 entries per person. And what you do is you get a fake $10 win or place bet. Okay. You put it on the 4 races at Saratoga and the 4 races at Del Mar that we're going to be doing. And of course, the last race of the day will be the Travers Stakes. So, you make your wagers, your fictitious wager, and we'll see, how much money you would have won that goes in your bank. And then whoever's got the biggest bank at the end of the day is going to win 50% of the money that's inside of the pool there. The first time we did this back in, I want to say, we did it in like February or March. Oh, we did it on the Pegasus. We did it on Pegasus Day.
That's right. Yeah.
So we did it on Pegasus Day. We had over 50 entries. So that's $1,000 in the pot. So the winner won $500 cash. Plus we gave him tickets to a Buffalo hockey game. We're going to be doing the same thing for this. Second place is going to get Buffalo hockey tickets. First place is going to get to see Adam Sandler in our suite at the KeyBank Center in Buffalo. So a lot of prizes to be had out there. Your percentage of the win pool. So the more people that enter, hopefully the bigger the pool is going to be for that winner. So again, on Travers Stakes, they come to Batavia Downs to watch Travers. We'll have racing, of course, that night ourselves, beginning at 6 o'clock. But you can also be a part of our handicapping contest, which is something cool and fun that we kind of did before COVID, and then we brought it back now, and so it's been successful. We've done 2 of them so far this year, and they've been very well received.
No doubt. Everything happened at Batavia Downs Gaming, and you can check out the website at bataviadownsgaming.com. All the social platforms, as I mentioned, he is a busy man. Ryan Hasenauer all over the place this summer, the VP of Business Development for Western OTB and Batavia Downs Gaming. Ryan, thank you so much for jumping on. Appreciate the continued support of the ML Sports Platter, and I'll get you on just around the corner as we're almost done with the toga racing season. We're approaching Labor Day football. It's all really amazing how the seasons collide. But hey, appreciate everything, my man.
Oh, thanks for having me on, man. Looking forward to all those upcoming events, not just here, but yeah, football. I mean, watching the preseason game this weekend, we were there, with my family, just like, I can't wait for real football to be back. It's coming soon.
I hear you. Ryan, thanks. All the best to you.
All right, thanks.